How could a tent make you love camping? Well, that's exactly what this tent claims to do. This is the Haven Tent Hammock, and they claim you'll sleep as good in this as you do your bed at home. As someone who's never slept while camping, I'm pretty skeptical. And for 600 Canadian dollars, it better deliver.
My last attempt camping was pretty rough. It was cold, wet, and there were mosquitoes everywhere. Oh, and I got maybe 3 hours of sleep. We were useless the next day. After researching ways to make sleeping possible while camping, we came across the Haven and decided to give camping one last shot. Having coughed up the dough, we booked 2 nights at a remote-ish campsite near Montreal and prayed for the best. Once we got there, we hit our first obstacle, a 3-kilometer trek from the parking lot to our campsite. One of the downsides to hammock tents is we each have to have our own, and at 8 pounds each, they aren't light. Thankfully, the park had bike and trailer rentals. I don't think I've tapped to pay so fast in my life, though my out-of-shape ass was still huffing trying to drag our stuff along. Not to mention we only had about 40 minutes of daylight before sunset. It was far from a relaxing start. With daylight fading quickly, I was nervous about the setup. I'd only practiced once in a park near our place. Thankfully, it was simple. Get your 2 trees, make sure the tent is 3 to 4 feet off the ground, head side higher than feet side, and voila, you're set up. 8 minutes later, and I was ready for lounging with daylight to spare. I was really excited for the first night. It was time to test the tent for real. Wanting an extra breeze that night, I purposefully left the rain cover off. But the breeze wasn't the only benefit to leaving the rain cover off. I struggled to describe how it felt to wake up to this view. It's one of those you gotta experience it moments. I laid there, taking it all in for a good 10 minutes before getting out of the tent. That's when it hit me. Holy shit. I slept well. I wasn't damp. I barely woke up during the night. This has never happened to me while camping before. Good sleep made camping fun. We could do things, instead of needing to nap all day. Full of energy, we spent most of the morning on the lake kayaking before heading back to eat lunch, then went back out again to bike around for a few hours. We found a spot near the water to park our bikes and just sat and talked for a while. Honestly, this is exactly what we've been wanting out of camping but couldn't get in the past. A few hours later, after a full day of exploring, I came back to my partner's bag being dragged from the table onto the floor. I guess that's what we get for not putting some of our stuff in the storage locker when we leave the campsite. One other benefit to hammock tents, furry bandits can't wander into your tent as easily. I definitely didn't consider that before they showed up.
They're scurrying off.
While sitting at camp, I noticed that the weather app was announcing rain overnight, so I decided it was time to put up the rainfly. Like the tent itself, the rain cover was super simple to set up, which was great because all the activities made me so tired. So, how was the second night? Was it a fluke? It was great, maybe even better than the first night. Even with the rain overnight, I was dry and super cozy in the tent. The rain cover did its job perfectly. The sound of the rain hitting the tarp was a lovely addition to the experience too. I gotta say, I'm converted. This experience genuinely changed how I view camping. It made me realize that being in nature, the campfires, the disconnecting, it's all wonderful, but without good sleep, it's just suffering outdoors with marshmallows. A month later, I went camping with my oldest friends. I was worried the first trip was just beginner's luck or a honeymoon phase. But no, I still slept really fucking good.
There are a few downsides though. If you're someone who gets motion sick, then hammock tents probably aren't for you. The other problem is the weight. If you're car camping, no problem. Bring 10 or 12. Backpacking or bike packing, maybe reconsider. Though they did just release the Spectre, which is supposed to drop it by a couple of pounds, which might make that a bit more feasible. And then the last issue is the price. Though I will say, after having used it, I think 600 Canadian is actually kind of good for the amount of design and thoughtfulness that went into this product. The quality and materials that they used are pretty decent too. If you're someone who's been struggling with sleeping outdoors in a regular tent like I used to, then I'd highly recommend giving hammock tents a shot. Thanks for making it this far into the video. If you liked what you saw, give it a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And if you want to see me try other various skills or do other things, then feel free to subscribe.